Good afternoon, Michigan. Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzman here with a little bit of a weekend Friday forecast update. It is May 23rd, 2025 here on this kind of blustery fall-like day. I know a lot of you guys probably dealing with a little bit of seasonal depression out there, but nonetheless, relief is on the way. We will go into that a little bit here today in today's daily video, but first we'll look at our satellite view out there across the state of Michigan this afternoon. You can see a lot of clouds circling around the center of the low, which is currently situated off on the top right side of your screen there in Ontario. Sunshine is on the way for perhaps portions of southwest Michigan. You can see the clouds already starting to break up out there. It could lead to some beautiful sunsets later tonight. Going into our temperatures over the next couple days here, you can see we start out today in the 50s, low 50s out there are the highs. This is your NBM model. So this is going to be an average of about 40 or 50 different models that are used throughout meteorology. We move into tonight, and chances of frost start to pick up. We are lacking a little bit of moisture out there, and it will be obviously a little bit blustery with gusts up to 15 to 25 miles per hour across the state today, perhaps upwards of 30 and 40 along the lakeshore areas. So that will keep those frost levels down, percentages down, I should say, along the lakeshore in spots. But if you are inland, so you can see here in the center of your screen, up there, especially towards Cadillac to down towards Grand Rapids, obviously temperatures there are averaged, so they might not be exactly 38 to 40 degrees. But again, if you look at your short range models, they do kind of depict a lower temperature reading, especially as we clear out overnight tonight into tomorrow. Again, a lot of that cloud moves away. That's our blanket on the atmosphere. And so with that being said, those temperatures cool down a lot quicker as we get towards sunrise. So keep that in mind. These temperatures are an average 37, 38 out there. So the chances of frost are right about 50-50. We move into our tomorrow time frame. Temperatures heat up to maybe 60 across the state. However, most spots will only probably see into the mid to high 50s. Then we move into Sunday morning. And again, more frost is possible out there Sunday morning with temperatures widespread in the low to mid 30s. If you're down in southeast Michigan, perhaps closer to 40, maybe even over 40 in spots. And then we heat up on Sunday to around 65 degrees, especially in southern Michigan. If you're further north, perhaps closer to that 60 degree range. And then we move into Monday again. Not really too many chances for frost on Monday as we start to warm up throughout the next week. Again, temperatures there perhaps as low as 38 to 39 up there in northern Michigan. Putting that all together, there's our forecast for this weekend. Obviously today, 52 and then 56. Partly cloudy skies. It will be clearing out as we get throughout the weekend. Partly cloudy skies also possible on Sunday with a little bit of lingering shower action. We could see that pop up mainly in southern, central, and northern Michigan here. You can see our temperatures as I scroll through them here. Temperatures also kind of the same story in central Michigan. If you go up to northern Michigan, temperatures only getting into the 40s today up there. And then the high 50s for especially Sunday, but Saturday, tomorrow being the mid 50s. Let me go into the UP. Similar story to kind of central Michigan, just widespread mid 50s throughout the week end. And then obviously partly cloudy skies are also the likely condition Saturday and Sunday. Lows on the bottom of the screen there are going to be widespread in the high 30s to low 40s. Moving on to our frost probabilities map, which was released yesterday on Facebook. No change today. 50 to 75% chance of frost development, mainly there in the pinks. You get down to the blues, that's really your 30 to 50% chance range. So if you want to play the odds, you can leave your plants out potentially. But again, it's about a 50% chance that you will see frost anywhere you see the cornflower blue to the dark blue shades on your screen. Anywhere in the cyan, the white, and the gray, unlikely that you'll see frost throughout the next couple of nights. But again, those probabilities are there for a reason. If you want to risk the 20 to 30% chance, obviously be my guest. But again, everyone in the state at least has a 1% chance or greater of seeing frost over the next 2 nights. And that would be Saturday morning and Sunday morning. And these maps can be found on our Facebook page, Michigan Storm Chasers. Feel free to give it a follow if you haven't already. Moving into the extended forecast, obviously this is not verbatim here, but you can see we start to trend towards more of a near normal pattern as we move into the May 30th to June 5th time frame. We get a little bit of a ridging pattern start to come in here, bring a lot of that warm air up from the south, and that will bring a lot of the warmer temperatures up there, mainly into the northern plains. And we'll see some of that extend over into our neck of the woods here as we get later, probably in that time frame of probably June 3rd, June 5th. A lot of that a lot of the colder temperatures will swing to the south. Again, around average this time of the year is going to be in the high 60s. So given that information, you can see near normal will probably be around 70 degrees over the next week or two. And then obviously if you get up into the above, that's going to be closer to the 75 degree range. So we could see low to mid 70s, especially widespread and consistent over the next 2 weeks. I would say past about Thursday next week. So again, that's what I mentioned. As we get through, we're at the bottom of the roller coaster right now. We'll start working our way back up to 70s as we get past Memorial Day into the midweek time frame next week. If we back out here, I believe, we'll go ahead and back it up to our precipitation outlook here. You can see below average. That won't stay this way for a while, but again, they're thinking below average probabilities of precipitation over the next couple weeks. Likely only going to see maybe 1 or 2 systems as it dries out. The next 7 days show really nothing in the way of precipitation, and so that theme will continue into the week following. Again, this can change, and we could see that ridge start to really pick up some moisture and shift it more into the northern portions of the United States. So again, this is just through the next 8 to 14 days, so next week and beyond. Again, with the ridging pattern moving into place, we really expect this to kind of advect some of that moisture, and we'll get some more storm chances, especially when we get to the later half of probably that 8 to 14 day outlook. So probably closer to the June 5th, probably into June 10th, 15th, and so on. But as of right now, you can see that precipitation chances are on the decrease until further notice. Speaking of long term, we'll take a quick peek at our instability over the next long term. Obviously, this changes every single day. But for those who are looking forward to storms, perhaps, you can see this is what we're talking about here with a little bit of a ridging pattern. You can see all of our instability being confined to the southern United States, down there in Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, even Arkansas. We get into the new month, some of those instability chances start to creep forward as our temperatures rise. Again, we need a gradual change in temperature with height to get a lot of that instability to build. So warm at the surface, cool in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And the more steep that changes, it's called a lapse rate. The greater those lapse rates are, the more instability we'll get, and the hotter these values will get. So you can see as we move into that 8 to 14 day outlook, back half of it, you see a lot of the instability starting to ramp up a little bit. And then we can move past the 8 to 14 day time frame and see a lot of that still staying down to the south, but you can see a lot of that ridge starting to advect it up into the Dakotas, even Minnesota. And eventually, as we get into the middle half of June, our storm chances look to be on the rise again, perhaps even in the mode of a couple MCSs, mesoscale convective systems, probably damaging wind events. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But again, this is about 2 to 3 weeks out, so this model will change probably in the next 12 hours. We'll probably shift everything time-wise out and about. So this just kind of goes to show you that storm chances are going to return at some point. It just won't be for a while, I guess you could say. As you can see, the first 2 weeks here are pretty storm-free, I guess you could say. So good news there. But as we get past the June 5th time frame there, that's when we see our first bout of instability. And then you can see as we get into perhaps June 13th, 14th, 15th, we'll have to see. Obviously, that can change, and so on and so forth. You get into the middle half of the month, and obviously it gets warmer outside, so a lot of instability ramps up. You still need all of your ingredients of SLIM, shear lift, instability, moisture. So you could have all of your instability here, but if you don't have shear lift or moisture, obviously this instability will not matter. So hot colors don't always mean severe. Keep that in mind. But it does look like we're getting to a stormy June, especially as we get towards the middle half of the month. So I believe that is the only thing that we have out there today, and that is correct. So with that being said, I am Joel Fritzma, Chief Meteorologist here at Michigan Storm Chasers. Before we leave today, I just want to give a quick shout out to our premier sponsor of the day, that is StormGuard Roofing and Construction. On your screen there, that is the number to call. StormGuard has been a trusted name in the roofing construction field for over a decade. Their team of experts specialize in exterior projects including roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and emergency tarping services. Whether you're looking to make a small upgrade or complete a major home renovation, StormGuard is there to provide high-quality work for residential and commercial properties. The website is stormguardrc.com, and they specialize in the roofing business over there in northern Metro Detroit. So thank you to our sponsors, all of them, who support us here at Michigan Storm Chasers. Feel free to give StormGuard a shout, and we'll see you here next time at Michigan Storm Chasers for another daily forecast video. Have a great day, everyone. Stay warm out there, and we'll see you next time.